This is an old and familiar sight in the world of newspaper printing. However, today we will be taking a look at how new technologies are being used for the layout and design of the newspaper pages. It all begins in this communication room where the mainframe system is housed. Mainframe system is used to gather news round the clock from various news agencies and from news bureaus or reporters situated at different locations. The news gathered here is forwarded to the news editor. The news editor sifts and directs the news items into various portfolios, which are headed by sub-editors. These portfolios cover political news, sports, culture, finance, gender, and so on. The sub-editors, who specialize in their areas, decide on the headlines according to the focus of the story and edit these stories according to the number of words and columns and space allocated. What we have seen so far is that the main system is used to gather news from various news gathering agencies and the national reporters situated at different places. This material is then sent to the news editor, who goes through it and distributes it further to the various sub-editors according to their portfolios, like sports, politics, general, cultural, financial, gender, and so on. From here, the stories are sent to the page-making department. It is at this stage that the basic layout and design of each page of the newspaper is decided. Different colors of columns, the cross or diagonal, are indicative of space reserved for the text, graphics, advertisements, diagrams, and so on. Besides space being reserved for graphics, text, etc., it is at this stage that the editorial department gives specification regarding exact number of words of each story, its location, the box items, first lead story, second lead story, and so on. Space on the newspaper is expensive. As such, constant contact is maintained between the page-making department and the editorial department. Various set of pages are prepared so as to provide alternatives to the news editor, who chooses the best one. This is then sent to the pasting department. Every item is pasted separately with utmost care and attention, according to the page set provided by the page-making department. The dummy sheet of every page of the newspaper is readied. So we see after page making, it goes to the pasting department, where the typeset, text, as well as graphics are painstakingly pasted together. From here, it goes on to the negative making department. Here, the dummy sheet is exposed to a particular light inside a machine called filmmaker, and a negative of the dummy sheet is obtained on a transparent sheet. However, this negative film contains a lot of transparent spots which would show up as flaws when positive print would be obtained on the plate. These unwanted white spots are blackened with the help of brush and ink and then dried. The negative film is now ready to be sent to the plate making department. Here, the negative film is first taken to a machine called the processor. It is now exposed to light of 10,000 watts. The subject matter gets transferred onto the plate. Once the matter has been transferred, the plate is passed through developing machine, which does the job of gumming to prevent the plate from oxidization, washing to wipe the developer, and drying the water from the plate. Now, the plates of each page are sent for printing. The plates are loaded onto the plate cylinder. Attached to the plate cylinders are blanket cylinders, which are the ink carriers. It is at the printing stage that the image from the plate of each of the pages of the newspaper gets transferred onto the newspaper sheets. The last three steps are negative filmmaking, from where it goes to the plate making stage, to the final printing stage. Now, to recapitulate, all news is gathered and received at the main system in the communication room from various news agencies and from reporters. These go to the news editor, who sifts the news and sends to the sub-editors according to their subjects: sports, politics, general, culture, financial, gender, and others. From here, the matter goes to the page-making department and then to the pasting department, where typeset, text, as well as graphics of each page are pasted, as per the specifications. These dummy sheets of each of the pages go for the negative filmmaking, from there for plate making, and ultimately for printing. Each of these areas requires expertise and skills. Decision-making is fast as time is at a premium. The newspaper is ready for printing. After printing is over, the newspapers are bundled together and dispatched to their final destination. That's not all for the day. Work has already begun once again on the next day's paper. Now that we have seen the various steps involved in the newspaper printing, Here is a question for you. If we require color on a page of the newspaper, at what stage in the flow chart would you introduce color? You're right, at the negative making stage. To get color, instead of making one negative, as in the case of black and white printing, we would be required to make 4 negatives, that of cyan, magenta, yellow and black. The colors in the photograph can be separated into these 4 basic colors with the help of a special drum scanner. This machine scans the photographs to give us 4 impressions, which are then developed. 4 separate negatives are obtained according to the proportion or saturation of each color in the actual photograph. These 4 negatives are then placed with precision, one on top of the other, in the space accorded to the color page or color text area in the negative of the page. After plate making and printing, the desired color page of the newspaper emerges.